So I will open the floor. I will take 2 questions, not more, because we are running out of time. Please.
Thank you. Anthony, I have a question to you, yes. About the NHS. It seems to me that there is a contradiction between what the UK authorities say on the website, I think that you don't need any other document, and then the practice, as you showed. Is it possible that there are some, competing interests and fights between people within the UK government or the NHS about what should be granted as rights to the EU citizens or not? So basically my question is, instead of a political problem or legal problem, isn't it personal? Could it be a personal problem, a personal fight between people in the UK government?
Right. Second question, gentleman there in the back. No. The gentleman in the back was first to raise his hand. So let him.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Aggelos Harlaftis, Office Advisor, representing here Eco Waves Movement, a pan-European and Mediterranean citizen movement. I have worked 10 years in Bulgaria and Romania.
Please keep your question short, yes, just a question, please.
Yes, it's a democracy, and I think a democratic institution like yours should give more, as I spoke yesterday to the Citizens' Day, more time to the citizens to speak than not all.
We are giving you your time.
So, as I worked and I studied, I researched, I'm a researcher, 10 years the communistic regimes, also 1 year the Australian regime, which is a wonderful regime on the immigration issues, and you should take consultation from them.
What is your question, sir?
My question is that we have done a lot on the free move. Do you think we have done a lot of the free movement inside the Europe? But as I'm 10 years here and I'm working as a citizen only, without taking anything from the Belgian state for specific political reasons, and working voluntarily in the European institutions for the sake of Europe, I see that, don't you think that the system we have built Europe is not working anymore? Because it looks like the communistic system is directed in this way, in absolute regimes. It's not like this, but it's directed over there. You cannot handle the system situations when you don't want to take something from the system, but you want to give. They don't understand this.
Okay.
It's an idea.
Think we have understood.
What I see is that the national authorities are working very well, but they have transferred the problem of the free movement to the local communities. The ombudsman, the local ombudsman, doesn't assist.
Okay, we have to stop now, because otherwise it's not a question, it's
the question
an
is about the second residence, because there are citizens here, there are citizens which are living, for example, in Greece or in other countries, and are getting their pensions, and they have lived the 40 years here, and the local system here, they don't understand that they can keep as a second residence, which the free movement gives this ability. So they cut the health issues for this kind of citizens, because they live, for example, in Greece 8 or 9 months or all their life, and are coming here as a second residence. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, one last, but please keep it quite short if you can.
Yes. Well, my question is related to whether among those who can I just speak like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Those who contacted your Europe advice, are there any people in a situation of destitution of homelessness? And particularly with regard to UK, since the adoption of the regulation, which basically sees rough sleeping as one of the infractions to the treaty rights.
Okay, interesting question. Thank you. Who would like to answer? I think, Anthony, there was one question directly for you, so maybe you should start.
Obviously, I can't really speak to answer Jean-Luc's question. I don't personally know members of the government in the UK, so I can't really understand whether there's some kind of personal problem. What I would say, in my mind, this is more a political problem. That it's a willful, unstated but willful policy of the UK government to do everything they can to try and ensure that European citizens cannot accumulate 5 years of residence to then claim permanent residence. This was a policy before Brexit. It was a policy that was accentuated during Theresa May, the current Prime Minister's tenure at the Home Office, and it's a policy that continues today. So I think it's a specific political policy of the British government to try and create interruptions in European citizens' residence so that they can't claim permanent residence, because once you've claimed permanent residence, you're entitled to absolute free movement, absolute equality of treatment. And I think that's the policy, the thinking behind the policy, including on comprehensive sickness insurance.
Anybody? Yes, Antoine? You have another microphone there. It might be easier.
In answer to the gentleman who asked the question about homelessness, I don't think we get significant numbers of questions, if any, from homeless people. What we do get is questions from people who do not have a residence in the classical sense of the term. That is, they don't have a rental contract, they're not owning their house, they're just being hosted with people or living in a caravan. That raises issues that are solved. I mean, there is a way to solve that under EU law, but it does create problems of awareness of national administrations. But usually, they're not structural problems. You get through those problems. Homeless people, actually, I wonder if they even tried to contact our service. I'm not aware of any similar case. In answer to that gentleman, if I may, just about secondary residence or second residence, indeed in EU law, you can be resident in two countries at the same time. But it is important, if only, and legitimate, if only to identify which country is going to be competent for tax reasons, for social security reasons, for car registration reasons, and all that. It is important to identify the country of main residence. And there you might have a problem. Some people play a little bit with the idea that, yes, I'm factually resident in that country, but I have my domicile in that country. And national administrations, if you try to understand their point of view, legitimate, I think, they want to avoid forum shopping. Where you reside effectively should be something objective, and it has legal consequences. But I don't know if I've answered your question.
The pensioners usually they look for the health, so they look for the best healthy system.
Okay, I will have to close this panel. I have to thank our speakers for their wonderful presentations. I apologize to our audience for not allowing more time for discussion and questions and answers, but our speakers are staying with us for the coffee break and also for the second panel. If you would like to get engaged with them one-on-one, ask them your questions, you're more than welcome. I'm sure that they'll be open to speak with you. So please take some coffee over there. Thank you very much. And then we meet for the second panel. Thank you.